Good morning. Good morning. Places. What's going on? Ellie, how we doing?
We're doing good. Everything's live. Amazing.
Everything's live. Today is...
We're live.
Yud Daled Shvat, which means tonight is Tu B'Shvat Higi Azman Chag La'ilanot. And it's also February 12th. Happens to be.
Right. There's what to do with that. Look, last night was a party here, and we should have in mind the Sadik,
the
Zera family, and we had a lot of l'chaim.
Thank you to the Golden Child, Charles Sakkal,
aka
Mr. Zera
Shimshon. Zera Shimshon.
Thank you so much.
Keeping that going
for
in the Holy Land.
Coming back home and bringing some of your buddies from Crooklyn. And having
Brooklyn Bakery today. It was like that
having
in our coffee room. But we got a lot of new mics. Have you seen?
Yeah.
So shout out to our
anonymous sponsor,
kind sponsor. We're not going to say his name, but
Anonymous
Mensch. And we see the heart behind us with the lighting. I always love that. And Baruch Hashem, we're in the place where usually Rav Shlomo Katz, a shout out to Shuat David, would usually give a shir. And unfortunately, fortunately, he's not here for the shir. But fortunately, he's at going to simcha bris for his family.
His nephew,
and it was even Nidke. It was even pushed off, just almost so you.
Yeah, because Rosh Shlomo wasn't here on Friday when it was supposed to be, because he was in Chi-Town, and now
this
he's
Shabbos
back.
He's back, but I'm not here.
Shabbat.
I'm in Reisha.
Oh, you're in Reisha.
With Mr. Black and the Browns.
Oh,
we're going to have a Shabbos. And there's a Moshe Shabbos concert there.
I really want to come to that.
Come to the Moshe Shabbos concert.
No, I want to come for Shabbat.
No one else is allowed. It's private.
But
just for
I'm
Reisha.
like family.
I know. But it's for Reisha people, thank God.
But you're not
beautiful
a Reisha
program. There are some alumni in this building.
I can make believe that I'm an alumnus of Reisha.
Yeah, no, Reisha are good. They're a good place. The Marcus family, thank you for hosting us again. This must be our 6th, 7th year.
That's awesome.
Bezat Hashem.
Chesed, it's all about chesed.
My dear. All the Lashonis. Anyway, we are Parshas Yisro, Kabbalah Satorah, and the truth needs to be stated. I think that we're seeing a tremendous strengthening, thank God, from our president. I mean, I'm not American, but even if I wear the USA, I haven't got any Just One Chesed merch, but I do have a USA merch for my family merch and the Nissan Black. But you'll be the Just One Chesed representative.
I got the Just One Chesed rep today. Today I'm actually wearing the Hugs for Heroes sweatshirt.
Yeah, so I'm not American, but I feel like co-American because, so much exposure growing up in England with the American influence, with the wrestling and everything else that my family are involved with and all the superstars and everything. So I sort of, I'm working with Nissim, who's originally American. There's a lot of American influence, around me. So I feel co-American, and I'm very happy that Trump, the elected president of the USA and of the free world, whatever that means, is actually doing real stuff as far as we can understand, based on what we're able to understand, and based on discussing it and hearing from people like Yishai Fleischer and Avi Abelo and all our holy brothers over here that have ability to speak, and they're stepping up, obviously, in their way. There's a lot of movement in the right direction in terms of.
But why isn't the movement coming from us?
That's the
Bibi. Titorer, Bibi.
Mordechai Yehudi is us.
Up.
We need to wake up. It's
Wake
Shabbat Erev Purim. We need to wake up.
I was thinking about it so much, and at first when I saw it, I was like, everyone was like, "Oh my God, this is so amazing!" In the United States, in Gaza, I'm like, my first reaction is like, no, that should be Israel land.
Right.
That is Israel land.
Right.
Why is it going to be built by God? Listen, thank you, Mr. President, DJT, amazing. Thank you for it's so silly.
Did you see the barbecue on the beach of Gaza with the Nova Beach? Nova Beach. That's a good name. I don't know who thought of that. I think it was Toby Cram who sent us the
AI images of Donald Trump in a
There's a lot of AI stuff going on
whatever.
right now, but it's not the real thing. Like the AI T-shirt thing with the
with
thing
Kanye. Why are we even giving the guy this? He's getting more attention drawn to himself. The guy's a sick individual and needs to be institutionalized.
Probably,
But did you see what his wife came in on the Grammys?
Yeah.
She practically
I think,
walked in
unfortunately, we all saw it
naked.
without seeing it, if you know what I mean. It was everywhere.
But I don't want to touch on that, Nakuda.
Trump is the real marketing genius we need to focus on, not these guys.
But the craziest thing is...
Because he's heading in the right direction.
Yes, he's heading in the right direction. And it's so amazing to see somebody with an actual moral clarity to go ahead and say what should have been said October 8th. Another thing, I'm failing to understand the mentality of our government. Donald Trump said if all the hostages aren't returned by noon
Shabbos.
on Shabbat,
Kabbalas Torah will be just after hearing the truth
bets,
come down, the revelation to the
all
world.
bets are off. And then what does Bibi say? If we don't get all 9 returning live hostages, Bibi, ברצינות, עכשיו, I know you don't listen to my podcast and whatever it is, אבל היה לך פעם...
The soul is. We're all neshamas.
ובוס.
So
אתה היית סיירת מטכ"ל.
it needs to...
היית סיירת מטכ"ל. לא היידה. עכשיו יש לך את הגב. Why? Why just 9? Do you not want to have Gaza under our control? So the housing crisis becomes better? Here, the king of Jordan yesterday was willing to accept 2,000 Gazan children. That's step number 1.
Yep.
He succumbed because he knows that if he doesn't...
Egypt next. We need them to succumb.
They will. Because if they don't, the billions of dollars that they get from the U.S., bye. Trump, I heard something so insane yesterday. Again, I don't know. Apparently there's a whistleblower. And I don't know the legitimacy of this, but if this is accurate, HaKadosh Baruch Hu forgive me, but everyone in the Biden administration needs to be hung. Listen to me very carefully. In December of 2023,
if this is true, obviously.
If this is true, in December of 2023, the leaders of Hamas were willing to surrender. And I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but that through U.S. aid, which Elon Musk found through Doge,
so much corruption. Shimshon.
The Biden administration sent $318 million to Hamas. If that is true, and I pray, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I pray that that's not accurate. I really do.
There's Jews involved in those administration posts.
Every single person,
Jewish they are,
the lives of all of the soldiers and hostages that have died since December 2023, the blood is on their hands.
Yeah, unfortunately, the other way around, there are people like, say, Joe Rogan. I'm a fan of him, but in this issue, it feels like he's not being educated fully. I wish like Ben Shapiro or someone would go on his show. Yishai Fleischer would do an amazing job. Just somebody go speak to him about it, because he's an open mind, and if someone would give him some information, he's so much, unfortunately, based on his friends and probably the circles he's in. They're pushing onto him.
What's he saying?
He's understanding what happened October 7th was terrible, and there needs to be changes, and he's obviously on Trump's side in that sense. But in terms of the children and whole thing.
So here's what
and the
numbers
and the destruction didn't have to be so much. But my son was there with firsthand. It's like, but we have in mind still Baruch Ben Masha. I've got like my own child. I'm hoping he's finishing his official service end of next week, and I can actually take him to see his family. He's seen his family since he was 8 months old in London. So there's a lot of people there he hasn't even met. So I really want to do this trip, and I've been waiting for him to finish his service 3 years to finish his service, and this war. And this whole thing might, explode, and then who knows what. Like, I still haven't got the permissions yet. I'm waiting. I'm like, this is affecting my everyday life. I'm like looking at flights, and you see how hard flights are. He wants to go for Just One Chesed.
I need to go to Just One Chesed to fundraise. So we got some crazy projects
going on. We've got real-time challenges. This is not like Joe sitting in his beautiful studio in Austin, Texas, and everything he's set up over there. This is us. We're like living it, and he did give credit to that we've been having bombs coming toward missiles, and all the attacks have happened to us. He did mention that. Let's give him credit what he does say, but unfortunately he's hearing some of the nonsense, and we need to put down all those people.
So 1 second.
All those anti-Semitic voices out there. I just want to say.
I just want to address.
We have to mention what he said. He said that they basically see that the destruction and it didn't need to be that go as far as it has, and
it's not enough.
My son
Not enough.
saw with his own eyes the amount of Hitler Machshamam paraphernalia.
Every single house had Mein Kampf in it.
Hamas, military equipment, military brainwashing.
Please don't take
from all
our
the way
word
from
for
children all the way up. It's everywhere, all over Gaza. My son was in hundreds of houses, hundreds in those 11 months.
I would like, I don't want Ben Shapiro speaking to him. You know who I want speaking to him?
Yeah.
One of the hostages. One of the hostages should go ahead and sit down with them and tell them what they've told the whole world, right? There are no innocents in Gaza. None.
Yeah.
The children either. I'm sorry. The children are future terrorists. And the wives are breeding future terrorists. I know it's a terrible thing to say, oh, so PC, da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't care. At the end of the day, these people want our destruction. They teach their children from the day they're born to destroy us. It's in their charter. Why don't we believe them? Why? Why are we not believing that what they're telling us? They want us destroyed. And you see the videos, their camps are kids walking around with fake M16s or Kalashnikovs and teaching them how to slit throats of Jews.
God forbid.
I mean, They
say it themselves. We don't need to we can hear it from the hostages, we can hear it from the soldiers.
The destruction is not
we
great
can
enough.
hear it from them. They're very clear. And there needs to be a change in the whole understanding of the world's how finances are done. Everything needs to be switched. And what Trump and Elon and all these people are trying to do is making a revolution.
I'm going to ask you a question.
In a practical sense.
Ellie,
but there needs to be a revolution as a Jewish people.
How many civilians
on
died?
The conscience sense. The fact, I feel sick. You know what makes me feel sick? I'm sorry, all my holy brothers in the US, but the fact that and sisters, that there's American Jewish people who are supporting corruption. And it's not a game anymore. It's not a joke. It's not like you can choose sides. There's no sides. There's just proper evil versus good right now. It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear who's trying to undo. I mean, you just have to have a brain who wants to undo the corruption and expose all the stealing that's been going on, all the funding of terrorism. It's pretty clear. And it's affected my life, on a daily level. And I'll say the same here in Israel. I'll call out Israel. You know how much corruption goes on in Israel? How much bureaucracy, over-bureaucracy? We want people to come live here. We have to remove all this bureaucracy. We have to remove all the higher-ups in the government who are, God forbid, enemies to our own people. We need to remove them. They need to go, all of them. And all the corruption needs to go as well, because I don't like the fact that the price of the whole price of living has gone ridiculous.
Our nono's up 25%.
The government is chasing its own people instead of helping them during war. They're constantly chasing them for money for all these tickets and fines, and this is not acceptable. And the fact that I'm a parent of a soldier and I've had zero support from the government, nothing, and the only support I've had is from friends around and around. Like someone wants to sponsor to bring my son to London. That's a friend in London. Not one person in the government or the army has shown any support towards my family. And I'm not accepting that. That's not Jewish. That's not Torah. That's not chesed, kindness. You see, from Moshe Rabbeinu, why is it Parshas Yisro? One of the simple reasons is because Yisro showed a love and a kindness, and Moshe showed a love and a kindness towards each other. An achdus, a unity. We're together.
Yitro rejoiced in the happiness of Klal Yisrael.
Yeah, and what did
he say? Baruch Hashem. Yeah. He said, "Thank you, God. Blessed are you, God, that you took out the Jews from Eretz Mitzrayim."
Right.
He was.
And what does that mean? Eretz Mitzrayim. It means our enemies were destroyed. That's the first thing. Yeah, we've got a bit of music because we've got to sing. Our enemies were destroyed. The second thing is what else? Mitzrayim was our enemies. Literally, they were destroyed at the Yam Suf. What else? Mechias Amalek. Yeah. Right. They were saying Baruch Hashem. Yeah. But nobody was still saying Baruch Hashem for the Mechias Amalek, that we are getting rid of the enemies, the negative control that was on the world before that. But that's what needs to be done. That's the Aleph base to get. We talk about Tikkun Medina, we have the Shir here. We have to remove the enemies, the people who are enemies to their own people, the people who are enemies to the world, to humanity. They need to be removed from any positions of power, authority, corruption. They need to go, all of them. And then we can then start organizing humanity in a way. And that means each country in its own way, with its own infrastructure and its own beliefs. And obviously, Am Yisrael need to be a light unto the nations about where the morality, where the Torah, where the spirituality comes from. We have a job to do. And this week's Parsha, we're given that responsibility. It's not like we're chosen. We're given responsibility to be that light so that the clarity of morality is out there in a very real way. And that's us stepping up. We need to be a voice. There needs to be more and more of us stepping up, like Mordechai Yehudi did in the times of Purim, standing against people like Haman, fighting them in the courts, fighting them in the kingdoms, making sure they're not getting their decrees established, literally undoing all their decrees. You're seeing every day Trump sitting there, is he Achashverosh, is he Koresh? I don't know. We were speaking about it with Rav Shlomo last night. Well, exactly what he is, the main point is Mashiach ben Yosef, through Esav, I don't know. Well, all these different ways of understanding it. Bottom line, he's sitting there every day and he's making decrees that are positive for the humanity. That's what we need more of that, and undoing all the negative.
But the crazy thing is that the people who have Trump derangement syndrome actually see it as like him doing negative things. It's really it's crazy. We do need to sing a song, and I think we've mentioned Mordechai. We also talking about Moshe Rabbeinu. So I think we have two options. One is Venahafoch. Purim's around the corner; it's a month away.
Yeah.
Or we sing.
Shvat, start learning all about Purim.
Or we
Dalet Parsha is coming up.
Or we whatchamacallit? Or we sing Moshe Emet v'Torato Emet because we're getting the 10 Commandments this week.
Maybe do both.
I think we
start off with Moshe and then because it's Torah Emes and then go off into Purim a little bit.
Sure.
It says Moshe Lamala, Mordechai Lamata. We need someone to represent the Torah of Moshe through Mordechai down here. Mordechai Yehudi, Bibi, your name's Binyamin. You have a shaykhis. Let's go. Whoever it is, someone's got to step up.
Moshe Emes v'Torato Emes, Moshe Emes v'Torato Emes, Moshe Emes v'Torato Emes, Moshe Emes v'Torato Emes. Hi, hi, la 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 la. Hi, hi, la 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 la. Hi, hi, la 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 la. Moshe Emet v'Torato Emet, Moshe Emet v'Torato Emet, Moshe Emet v'Torato Emet, Moshe Emet v'Torato Emet.
V'nahafach,
v'nahafach, v'nahafach, v'nahafach, v'nahafach, v'nahafach, v'nahafach, v'nahafach, v'nahafach, v'nahafach, ay, ay, ay. Asher yishledu ha-Yehudim heima v'soneihem. Asher yishledu ha-Yehudim heima v'soneihem. V'nahavo, 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 Asher yishledu ha-Yehudim heima v'soneihem. Asher yishledu ha-Yehudim heima v'soneihem.
The person underneath, we should give credit. Shaylee, she's saying we have to make the changes as
we have to have our own Yitzi. We have to have our own Yitzi, but it starts with us. We have to have our own Yitziat Mitzrayim.
Actus is unity with
Who's
individuals.
Shaylee?
Yeah. And respecting each other, like there's the idea that you have a shore, like, this Chodesh Iyar is a shore, and then you have the Chodesh before that, the Shepsela, everyone's together, one unified thing, and then you bring it together, Tumim, Siva and Chodesh, and we get the Torah, it's a time of unification between the individual and the collective and the community, and both are having mutual respect to both, and they're coming together and joining. That the Real Kindness podcast, how you get more unity is more kindness. Like, people feel more unified when there's real kindness going on. The soldiers feel more unified with the people, knowing that they're caring about them. That's what you're creating, all your kindness, every day.
Well,
and all our bookings and events, we're trying to create. I've got a booking for Alex Clare soon, and we've got Nissan Black, and we're trying working on Shmuel and other amazing people. Every time they go to a community, it brings more of a feeling of connection to Israel because they're coming from Eretz Yisrael, they're bringing that light of Eretz Yisrael, the Torah, and there's more of a unity, like we're going to Düsseldorf, Germany. We're doing an event in Germany because, with everything that happened there, but in the end of the day, there's Jewish people there, and they want to make an event, and there'll be all kinds of other people there.
There are sparks there also.
And we've got to keep shining out that light around the world. and reminding ourselves that we're not here just to passively like watch what's going on. Like we have to actually do something. So yes, I'm happy we made her smile as well. So that's part of what this podcast is about as well.
That's the ultimate chesed. I've been talking to some friends of mine, and they've been struggling. They live in the States, and they've been struggling with certain things. And like, listen, it's getting so hard. I don't understand. Like just keeping Torah mitzvot. It's getting so difficult. I'm like, you know what? Then take a step back. Like, mamish, take a step back and start davening to Kodesh Baruch Hu, because we learn, right? Kodesh Baruch Hu loves you, regardless of the things that you're doing, right?
Yeah.
We know that because it says, Rabbi Chananya ben Akashya Omer Ratzah Kadosh Baruch Hu lezakot et Yisrael lefichach hirba lehem Torah mitzvot. We learn, Rabbi Chananya ben Akashya Omer says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to give us merit. That's why He gave us the Torah and mitzvah and commandments, because that's what we need to do in order to continue to be happy. And just like Chaley is saying, or C. Haley, or whoever she is, we have each other, and that's what it is. And we need to be unified. But the way to be unified is to be happy. I know it sounds crazy, but if you look at Parashat Ki Tavo, right? At the end of Parashat Ki Tavo, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, the curses happen not because you didn't serve me, because you didn't serve me with happiness. Perik Kuf, exactly.
This time of year is all about it. The fruits we're going to have. It's sweetness, sweet. Geschmack, together with other people enjoying, like we had last night, we had a Suda. Everyone was so happy. We have a Tu B'Shvat Tish tonight in the community. These kind of communal experiences, giving all the pizza pies and barbecues for the soldiers, obviously separately, but giving them we want everyone to experience the joy. These events I'm trying to do, Unity Book, is bring joy to community. I said to one guy, he was going back and forth about the contract. I said, no matter what the contract is, and this is an important point, because I think it's the same with America, whatever's going on, we have to have the joy. We have to remind ourselves, why are we making this contract? Why are we making these changes? Not so that we're all like stressed out. We need to do it with simcha. And that means we have to face our mental issues, emotional issues. We have to be real.
Which is what Just One Echad is doing. We're actually having today, we're having a wellness day today.
Amazing.
Dr. David Moshe is doing acupuncture, and he's doing massages, and we have someone who's doing reflexology.
I gave up my spot because thank God I already had a time.
We actually have...
I'll get another opportunity. Jerry already himself apologized.
We had a retreat about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, with 30 Chayalim that went up north to Nachsholim with Dr. Shlomo
Can't wait
Shish
to get my son for the next.
And Rabbi Farjan. Bezat Hashem, we're planning on doing another one sometime before Pesach. We're not exactly sure of the dates yet. But there needs to be healing. And
real healing podcast where we need to... No, kindness is fine.
Kindness works, but there needs to be a healing. There needs to be a healing of us individually, collectively.
Someone spoke about it last night. Remember Toby?
Yeah, there's something that's going on. Yeah,
he had a Yeshua because he was moving forward with the L'chaims and everything. Every year we try to bring down more and more salvations. So... he had a Yeshua. I had a Yeshua that I'm right nearby the shul. Everyone's had their Yeshuas. You've had your Yeshua, I'm sure, personally. Everyone's got their Yeshuas, yeah? So we need to keep bringing down good salvations, good energy, a lot of joy, a lot of simcha. We need, as this person's wisely saying underneath.
Shaylee. Her name is Shaylee.
Shaylee,
let us know where you're from. Let us know what you want us to talk about next week, assuming no craziness happens.
Yeah.
Share this podcast with everybody. If you guys want to help out in any way possibly that you can.
No, we got new mics. This is not like cheap stuff. Look at this fancy stuff.
Fancy schmancy.
Whole equipment.
If you want to go ahead, and donate to Just One Chesed, book with Unity Bookings. There's so many different projects. I just got a call today from the Machat. They need more drones. They need GoPros. I've received calls from Combat Intelligence that's in Gaza. They need more drones. There's just so much stuff going on. We have like our food voucher program now for Pesach. There are families that don't have money for Pesach.
And if it works out, I'm in London 23rd of February or 4th. Please reach out with my son, hopefully, and wouldn't mind one time just to like.
Shaylee's in Utah.
There we go.
You in Salt Lake? Are you in Salt Lake, Utah? Area code 801. Don't ask me why I know that.
Previous marketing,
sales experience. But we'd
should be
love to meet you too. Come to Israel, Shaylee.
Yeah, come to the
Come
Just One
here.
Chesed headquarters. Check
Come
it out.
see all the beautiful things
see
that
for
we're
your own
doing.
eyes.
And
That's
Bezrat
the whole
Hashem-
thing. That's my message. Say, Rogan, all these people, they need to come and see it themselves. Not the way that Candace did it and then ended up like an anti-Semite. You need to come here with an open heart.
don't even
And
mention her
you like Douglas Murray, he's the example. Someone like that who came here and really went into the real places and saw the real truth. The truth speaks for itself, and the truthful souls of our people speak for ourselves. There's so much chesed and kindness and love and morality shining out from us, and we just want to share it worldwide so that we can hopefully heal the
And
world.
the truth will set you free.
MS.
Love you guys.
Love. Have a real kind day. Keep connecting and sharing on. Lovely.